Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to fix two mistakes that I made in prior videos. On the left, you can see that the first stringer I made did not fully bend to the jig. And on the right, you can see that on frame 9, I forgot to mark the waterline on the strong back legs. With respect to the stringers, the second one that I built with Brian in the last video, it aligned perfectly with the jig. But the first stringer, which I laminated with the jig in the vertical position, did not take the proper bend. Therefore, I placed the first stringer on top of the second stringer and chose to steam the first stringer to try to bend it additionally. Since this is my first time using a steamer, I can't tell you that this is the perfect process. On the Dan Lee boat building forum, there is some debate of whether I should have steamed the epoxy laminate or not. The ultimate question is, will the steam affect the properties of the cured epoxy? I'm pretty confident that it will not affect it as long as I let it have enough time to dry out. But please feel free to share your knowledge in the comment sections below. After wrapping the first stringer in plastic, I clamped both stringers to the jig. Overnight, I steamed stringer 1, pulling the steamer hose out about 3 feet every 2 hours. My goal was to get even steaming along the length of the stringer. While the process was a bit messy, I think that it accomplished the goal. While stringer 1 was still wet, I clamped it back to stringer 2 and the jig and let it dry for several days. After this process, you can see that stringer 1 is curved, much more similar to stringer 2. Now, on to marking the waterline on the strong back legs of frame 9. I only discovered that the waterline was not marked on the strong back legs of frame 9 after giving it away to Brian. Luckily, the water lines are marked on the strongback legs in the 3D model provided by Dan Lee. So I simply measured the distance from frame 9 to the waterline mark in the 3D model. Therefore, on the actual strongback leg, I marked the waterline 9 3/8 inch up from the outside edge of the frame. In the next video, it's time to assemble the strongback. Till then, cheers.